Good morning. Lots of appreciation for you and lots of appreciation to be here. I have two questions for you. I was going to start out saying, Abraham, I've fallen out of an airplane going really fast. But after listening to your introduction, I decided to start with something a little bit different. So two questions. The first one is less of a question and more of something I want to chew on with you. It's regarding my relationship with contrast. There are some issues in my life which I first need to say, my life is really good. I'm actually not falling out of an airplane. I'm actually the pilot of an airplane that's flowing, has some little turbulence here and there, but is going pretty smoothly. I am curious about my relationship with contrast. There are some things that occur that make me uncomfortable that I can pivot away from quickly, immediately, and not even acknowledge them. A little uncomfort, a little bit of being unsteady, and then just move on to something else, move on to a better feeling thought.
If that's the case, then, by lack of attention to them, they will dissipate into non-existence. You won't have vibrational access to them if you're really doing that consistently.
Okay. Well, not quite consistent,
right,
but it's a work in progress.
We know.
Yeah. And so the other part of that, there is some contrast where I sort of get sucked into, I've allowed myself to get sucked into, that I want to beat the drum and that But
think about what you're saying here, and we are appreciating your clear presentation in this. You're just talking about the subject of momentum.
Right.
Some of them I get off faster, so the momentum doesn't get going. Some of them I don't catch the momentum because it's interesting or because I'm honoring somebody else that's talking about it. You said I get sucked into it. And isn't that the way that you get sucked in? In other words, caring about what somebody else wants to talk about. There are those people who say, don't walk away from me. Don't ignore this.
Right.
And so it's easy to get sucked in, as you say, but the real sucking is only momentum. The real sucking in is only momentum. And so it's just a matter of being consciously aware of it as you are. You see, it's not so much, in fact, it's really not about deciding what you're not going to think about. It's really about deciding what you are going to think about. Because when you think about what you are going to think about, you use up all your airtime on that higher flying disc, you see. So that's why we've been offering many processes through the years. But the processes that stand out as the most vivid and effective, given what you now know about this high flying disc that you want to achieve vibrational alignment with, are pivoting, as you said, if you can catch it early on. If it's within the first 17 seconds, I know what I don't want. What is it that I do want? You can pivot just that fast by turning your attention, because there's no momentum and you can as easily go that way as that way. But once a little bit of momentum goes, then techniques like becoming as general as you can be. Because if you get into the specifics of something, the more specific you are, the more time you're putting into it. And the more time you're putting into it, the longer you're maintaining that frequency. And the longer you're maintaining that frequency, then the faster the momentum is. And the more momentum is there, then the less control you have about changing it. Now, you don't want to change the momentum. You want the momentum to be really fast on things that you care about. You just don't want it to be fast on the things that you don't care about. So you need to discern, is this something that is worthy of my attention? Is this something that I want to practice vibrational harmonics with? Is this something that I want to be resonance with? In simple terms, is that a disc I want to get on and play with the people of my world today on that disc? Are these the people that I want to meet up with? And sometimes it feels to you like they are the people that you want to meet up with because they are the most familiar. They know you. They feel your pain. They understand what you've been going through. They speak your language.
Right.
But after you do this for a little while, you just let go of it as fast as you can. Jerry used to say it's like sitting in front of the fireplace, chinkapin log in the fire. You've got your beautiful new cashmere sweater, and a spark, which is common with those kind of logs, comes out and gets onto your sweater. And if you just go, nothing, brush it off, but if you don't, pretty soon there's a big hole in your sweater.
Right.
And it's sort of like that. You can flick it away. You can pivot early. But once it gets momentum, then you got to call the fire department. And the fire fire department makes a mess of everything. In many cases, they cause more problems than they solve.
Right. That's very true.
So, flicking it off early, and then, if there's strong momentum going, just fall out of the airplane. It's all right.
Right.
Just fall out of the airplane and enjoy the journey. Practice different sounds.
Right.
And as you have the experience, then don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat up on yourself about it. And then the next day, just give a little more airtime to what you do want, until before you know it, those experiences become few and far between. You find yourself feeling so high and happy and confident and invincible that you wonder why you ever worried about anything.
So very true. And from what I've been learning from you, listening for a couple of years now, is it's really about practice. For me, it's about practice. It's about being very consistent with the practice.
And why? Because practice and momentum are intertwined. Mm-hmm. So you could say, I am creating momentum all day, every day.
Right.
I'm establishing momentum. I'm allowing momentum. Law of attraction is the engine. Mm-hmm. All I did was pick a subject. I'm the picker of the subjects to which momentum will be applied. How well am I choosing? What are my reasons for choosing it? Do I want attention? Sometimes. Sometimes you just want some attention. But always, you said, I'll come forth and I'll sift through the contrast, and out of the contrast will come clarity of what I want. What you really want is joyful evolution. That's what you've got all day, every day, the potential for. And the thing that bums you out more than all other things put together, because it's about all the things put together, is that life causes you to evolve and then you don't go. Oh, that's painful. I became something that I didn't let myself be. In fact, it's so painful that I'm going to comment on my pain. I'm going to see if there are any others who've had this painful experience.
Yes. Yeah.
And we say, there are other options. You create your own reality because you offer your vibration. Enough for you?
Yeah, that actually leads me to the second question about practice and really laying new pipes.
We want to tease you just a little bit.
Okay.
It's really a hard thing we're asking, that you practice those good feeling thoughts. We know it's a price to pay. Or to find something pleasant to think about.
Yes.
All right.
That's really appropriate for my next question. It's very appropriate. I have laid some pipes with my career. I have strong desire for something new. And I think the reason is what I currently do now. I'm an editor and a journalist. And from a little boy, I've wanted to do that type of work. And I've done it. And I've done great work. And I've won awards. And I've worked with wonderful people and wonderful other journalists, and now I've changed. My spirituality has changed. The things that are important to me have changed.
Your audience has changed.
The audience has changed. The industry has changed. Yeah. And because of that change, it's become very uncomfortable for me. I'm in a situation, in a workplace that's actually very good, that pays well. It's good, consistent work. It's a beautiful building I work in. I work with very talented people, but I so don't want to be there. I just do not want to be there. I want to, and the interesting thing about it is
So before you go any further, just ask yourself the potentially positive leading question.
Right.
Why don't I want to be there? Which will lead you to where do I want to be?
Well, see, that's just it. That's my question. I've been journaling about it. I know what I want to feel. I know how I want to feel. And I know the impact I want to have.
You know where you want to be in terms of how you want it to feel. Yeah. You just don't know how it's going to come, where it's going to come from, where it's going to be, who it's going to be. And so when you ask the questions that you don't have answers to, it just clogs pipes up even more. But when you ask the question, what do I want and why do I want it? That's a pipe opening kind of question. What do I want and why do I want it? How do I want to feel? What would it feel like if?
Right.
So what is it that you want to feel? This will be easy for you.
Yes, very easy.
To speak to us.
Yes.
What is it that you want?
I want to feel good. I want to feel that my work is valued. I want to feel that what I do, I'm
All right,
very
let's go down
confident
just a little bit because this is all really, really good. I want to feel good, and I want to feel that our work is valued. Now, we want to say to you, you can't feel good unless you feel your work is valued. And so those two things go together very nicely. Don't they? And what other things are required in order for you to feel good?
Other things.
Nice and slow.
I want other people to benefit from what I do.
Yes, I am an uplifter.
Yes.
And I want to carve out pathways.
Yes.
So do you think that we're asking, these are not leading questions. We really want you to consider this because it's going to be really good in your process that unfolds in the next few days. So you have this awareness of this high-flying disc. It's who you are and it's where you are often.
Yes.
But you don't believe that your audience is up there. You think your audience is down here or here or here, but they're not up there. You don't think they are. But you don't feel like you're serving them unless you're up there. But it feels to you like you have to come down there for them to even hear you. We want you to know 100% of your audience has the ability to meet you up there. And they'll never meet you up there if you keep coming down here to meet them. So you got to lay some new pipes. And those pipes go something like, well, I'll find a way of expressing, because they all have some resonance with what I know to be. In other words, you can, in fact, you cannot write from your place of alignment anything that will take you down. So all you got to do, it's so fun to tell you this. The only thing that you have to do is pay attention to what disc you're on when you're writing your stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to consider who will read it. That takes you off your disc. You don't have to consider if they will understand it. That clogs up your pipes. You have only one thing that you have to figure out, and it's on a daily basis, and that is, from what disc am I writing this? So there's someone that you want to be of value to. Let's say it's a friend rather than a world full of people that you're wanting to uplift. Let's just bring it down to, there's this person that you believe in, and you really want to be of value to them. And as you've listened to this person, you can tell that they could benefit by what you know. So you want to help them. And as you focus upon them, you really want to help them, but you realize that their needs caused you to join them on their disc. And now any help that you offer them is not coming from your full empowerment. It's not coming from who you are, and therefore it doesn't feel good to you. So then, even though your friend might not understand it, you have to be aloof enough that you're not part of that vibration for a little while and get up there in your high-flying place. And from there, you didn't stop thinking about your friend. You just stopped thinking about your friend from down here. You're thinking about your friend now from your place of alignment. And now the inspiration that will come to you will be of benefit to your friend. See how it works?
Yes, I do.
And now just superimpose all of those people that you're wanting to uplift and realize that when you get up there and you feel it, that invincibility, when you are on that disc, you have the energy that creates worlds coursing through you. You have a leverage that we can't even begin to explain. All unseen power and forces working with you. It's what people call miracles. It isn't miraculous. It's normal.
Yes.